Good morning from the Shawnee National Forest. I got two stops this morning. The first one, Natural Bridge. Let's go check it out. So this is a fairly short loop trail. I'm actually at the junction right now that splits into two. I'm gonna go right first. And the bridge, I guess here comes my stream coming down. Everything around here is bone dry. There is no water flowing anywhere. And here we are. All right, so the trail looks like there's the natural bridge right there. The trail kind of loops around, wanders on it, and then somehow we get behind. So let's go explore. Bridge. It's apparently 90 feet wide too underneath there. So the map up top said that it takes half an hour to 45 minutes to view this. Well, it only takes a few seconds to get down here. And I'm not sure what critters I have running around me. It only takes a few seconds to get down here, but a long time to explore. I think those are my stairs to get down. I'm on the bridge. Can't see when you're on the bridge. This over here, part of what to explore, where the stream would be. It's kind of neat too. I hope you can still see me under here. That is a pretty big bridge. There I am. Did I wear the right colors to be seen today? It's pretty cool. Not good. I have no control. Well, my trip just got sucky. I dropped my camera, cracked this, and I have lens control error, so it won't let me do anything. I have no control. Well, there goes half the purpose of my trip, was to get some nice fall photographs of color. But there's Natural Bridge for you. I do still have another hike I'm going to make this morning, and then I got to reassess what I'm doing with the rest of my trip. It's quite a big bridge. And this is my second stop of the day, not far from the natural bridge. Just came down the path. If you're at the parking area, there's a little pit toilet. If you take the path behind it, it rides a ridge, and for the most part, for about halfway, it's just riding a level ridge. You get to an information sign about letting the sunlight down into the forest floor, and then it starts to drop. I've gotten to the bottom of that first drop, which is almost just as far down, so that's twice as far as that first sign, and it's been downhill the whole way. Finally get to a viewpoint. Let's spin you around where I can finally get a sense of what they're calling the Grand Canyon. Now this is Chalk Bluff over there. Now, if from the parking area you go the other way, it says there's a viewpoint looking down the canyon. It's all downhill to that point, and you get there, maybe in the winter there's a viewpoint, but anytime the trees are filled out, you can't see anything. And then you start climbing down waterfalls. So there's a full loop that's a little over 3 miles, and I'm going to make that full loop. I'm about halfway down now. I'll keep going down, and then I have to climb back up, and I believe to do that I had to climb up through what would be waterfalls if there had been water, but there hasn't been much water around here, so they're running dry. Take another look out here. So here's the map. Starting up here at the parking area, I did this out and back last night. And I got to here, and that viewpoint, yes, you knew you were on the edge of a cliff. You could kind of sense that there was a canyon going this way, but the trees were just so full you couldn't see it. And that's all downhill to here and then back up. And then cliff off of that. Today, I took this path out. Somewhere around here, you'll see the first information sign. And up to that point, it is level. Then it starts to drop in elevation to this point. And now I got some switchbacks to get me down to the bottom. This really is quite a unique trail. So you come down here just to the side of where the stream would be. If it's the water's really flowing, you'll be in the water too. Path actually goes down there. You see the markers over here. So I have to come down the steps, and that will share with the water and then off down that way. So if you're here in the spring and the water's flowing, plan to be walking through water. Halfway, because I just passed another group that came the opposite way that I did, down the other direction. But when you're down here at the bottom, you just see trees. There's really been no other viewpoints other than that one up top, but the climb through those waterfalls, I bet that's spectacular when you have to get wet. I'm kind of happy here in the fall that I don't. Gonna continue down the trail and then start my ascent back up. Got to a point here in the bend of the river. You get a real good sense of how high these bluffs are. No. So that's my trail. I've reached the point of climb. Well, that went a lot easier to get up than I expected coming up that waterfall. It actually feels like this step's carved in. Now again, I'm running it dry. Your results may vary. Currently, I am at the first viewpoint if you head off to the right at the start and come down that. But this is your view. Yes, it drops off dramatically right here, but maybe in the winter you can get a good view, but anytime the leaves are here, not so much. Getting back up. So that was Little Grand Canyon in the Shawnee National Forest. So that first part coming up on the waterfall, easy. I love that. That was so simple. The second part, which is the taking to the viewpoint, very long slope. That was harder. I did not enjoy that at all. That was much more work than going up the waterfall. So that's Natural Bridge and Shawnee National Forest and Little Grand Canyon in Shawnee National Forest. Very close together. And if you're interested, between them there are at least 2 stops on a wine tour that is very well marked in the area. So there's a wine tour loop around here. So thanks for coming along on this journey. I hope it was useful. I hope it was somewhat informative. I'm kind of bummed. I broke a camera in the process, but we'll see what comes next for me. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Get on out there.